XLM fans, you want some good news? Well, yeah, of course you do. Want some good news regards to price action? Because I've got it for you. And remember, I was the guy calling XLM to go to 10 cents way early while everyone was telling you it was gonna moon.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
What is up, dudes and chicks? I'll tell you what's up. I've got good news. And a rising tide raises all ships. Bitcoin sitting at... Whoa. No, that's not how we do it. Users' comments come first. You're the most important. Drop me something hot, something spicy. Naughty would be kind of cool too, and maybe I'll share it in the next video. Bama Motrin says, oh hell yeah, XRP Green's going up hard, just like my morning wood. Patrick Dalton says, Sweden's in the clown house. Happy Saturday, Klaus. This is looking good, guys. All the signs are pointing to boom. Cheers, Klaus, for the update. Total dedication to the channel, hungover, and still doing it. That's right. I even did a 2.5 hour run before I went live hungover. Having some fun. Great news, though, for XLM holders. Seriously, no. Like, I've got good news because we know XLM has been a laggard. Well, guess what? I've got a cure to your laggardness. That's not a word, but we're going to go with it. Bitcoin sitting at 64,362. ETH is 27.93. Sol deeper in the green along with Near, Caspa, Matic, Arb as well. Shib, Pepe, Dog with Fat, Meme is coming back too. XRP sitting at 62.1. XLM sitting at 10.3. Gonna talk price action, but first, let's give a little summary, and this is all XLM related video. So for those of you out there that are like, bro, you don't bring enough good XLM news? Okay. Hold on. You ready? Franklin Templeton expands its blockchain money market fund to Avalanche. I bring this up because Franklin Templeton also did some news with Stellar. That was April 24th of 2023, where they did their United States government money fund, which had over 270 million in assets under management. So Franklin Templeton does not care what the blockchain is. They just want to make money. Okay, so don't think that any partnerships in crypto are exclusive. In fact, USDC is on, what is it, like 10 chains now or something like that? So they're just, it's like a product. They want to be sold in as many grocery stores as possible. You make a really good cereal like Lucky Charms. Yeah, like super Lucky Charms. Maybe like a higher marshmallow content Lucky Charms. And maybe just oversize the marshmallows just a little bit. And then, like, you know, you want that sold at as many stores as possible. So no harm, no foul. But just remember that. April 24th of 2023. Do you see any price action here? April 2023? No, you don't. Okay, let's keep learning. What about Stellar and MoneyGram? June 15th, 2022. What about when they actually launched the program a year later? Let's look at the price action. No. Okay. Let's keep learning. Smart contracts launch on Stellar with 100 million allocated to Sorban. So Sorban launches this year. Do you see any price action? No, you don't. Okay, now watch this though. When do you see price action for XLM? 2021 into 2022. And let's think about that time. What was so amazingly different about money where XLM was pumping then, along with the rest of the market? Because think, it wasn't just XLM at the time. There were so many others there that were touching like all-time highs and mega soaring. What happened during that time between 2021 and 2022? Well, I'll tell you what happened. The Fed fund rate was super low. So any business wanting to get loans to expand, anyone that wanted to advertise, what was big during this time? It was a lot of advertising. Remember, they were naming stadiums. They were naming like teams after stuff. Racing teams had like sponsorships. All sorts of money was being thrown around. A little bit of Matt Damon promo news, right? Fortune favors the brave kind of stuff. Yeah, that was because money was cheap. So XLM pumped the most when money was cheap. Now you could see from the price from January of 2022, right, when we started getting into that May time period, money got more expensive, right? As that rate goes up, everything goes up. The cost of homes, the cost of cars, businesses, everything, like credit cards, anything dealing with money goes up. It's crazy how this works, okay? So that goes up, and you see the price of XLM go down. Now, do you notice how it's been very flat right here from 2023 on? Holy shit, do you notice the Fed fund rate is flat like that as well? Oh my gosh. And remember, I was the guy all the way in February of 2022 that said XLM was going to go to 10 cents. And What was the price in February of 2022? Here we go. 2022, we were at 20 cents. So we were at 20 cents, and I was calling for a 50% hit. Why? Because the Fed fund rate started changing. Because check it out. Look what happened in February 2022. We had our first increase. Oh my gosh, everyone. I'm telling you. That is how XLM moves. All right, it has to do with the Fed fund rate, and it has to do with the cheapness of money. XLM is a laggard in this space. It is not being negative to XLM. It is just saying the truth that of what you've seen as of late, XLM has not performed good to BTC, to ETH, to like a whole bunch of things on here, okay? So it's a laggard. How do you get laggards to improve? Well, I said a rising tide floats all ships, right? Well, guess what's happening? The Fed fund rate is now going down. Yes. So when the Fed fund rate was low, laggards can pump. When the Fed fund rate is high, things go flat. So the same guy telling you way in advance that there was going to be a 50% pullback in XLM, and I got ripped to pieces, made fun of, because this was February 2022 when XLM was 20 cents. But I was looking at the Fed fund rate. Because laggards are based on the risk of money. And when money is cheap, like when the fund rates are low, and this is just not the United States. Tons of banks across the globe, their fund rate charts look like identical to this. In fact, there's a ton of countries out there that as soon as the United States government says we're going up 25 points, we're going down 25 points, whatever the United States government says, they do instantly. Like that. It is crazy how quick they react to it. So now we've got Jerome Powell and the Fed guaranteeing us a 25 basis point pullback in the September meeting, with a 25% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis point pullback. So go to your Fed fund chart, right? 5.33 on average, right? We're sitting between 5.25, 5.25, or 5.50. Pull that back right here. Okay, now you start looking, right? It would start kind of coming down, which would mean your laggards would start going up. So why is the overall market green? The overall market is green because we're getting signals from the Fed that said they're going to start lowering rates, making it cheaper. Now, are we going to get down here where the Fed fund rate is like 0 or darn close to it? No. That's not going to happen because you saw what happened with inflation. But if we could get a Fed fund rate in the 2 to 3s, you could really see a lot of floor support just build up because money is cheaper. And when money is cheaper, you can take more risk. When money is cheaper, the laggards do better. Think of all the other markets out there that have laggards, right? Like the Russell, right? If you look at like the Russell 2000, that is when you see the Russell 2000 start pumping up, right? The laggards, the smalls, the micros, and the minis, and all that stuff. When you start seeing that happen, that's because money is cheaper and people can take more risk. And what you're getting now is the signal from the Fed that they are going to what, everyone? They're going to start lowering rates. Well, you're also getting the signal from the guy that said, hey, we're going to 10 cents, and everyone ripped on me, but it came true. And it's now stayed true for how long? Oh, it's easy. You could look at the chart and see, oh my gosh, from 2023 on, it's been really poopy. Oh my God, you mean like from 2023 here on when it's been really poopy? Yeah, so the Fed is pivoting, and you're going to start seeing laggards like XLM making some moves. Will it be a boom? No, but you're going to see that support floor build up as you see the Fed fund rates get lower because more people are going to be willing to play in the risky laggard pool. So, not bad from a guy who was hung over, got up early to do another video, ran 2.5 hours, and just did a Fed fund rate presentation for you, showing you that yes, as the Fed fund rate gets low, people can take more risk. It's easy. You could totally play laggards like this. Now, how big the moves are going to be, well, it depends on the appetite of the overall market. And I got to be honest with you, I think that's where Stellar has kind of like a dual-edged sword, right? People are going to see loads of opportunity because it is like way down there, so they're going to look at like some some really high risk, high reward with cheaper money, but that's going to come with cheaper money, right? You need money really cheap to take that high risk, low reward. Now, if you start sitting there thinking, well, hey, you know, we're going to start moving maybe our floor up into that 15-cent mark. Okay, you know, you're going to have more people willing to take that risk at a little bit higher cost of money. And as that cost of money comes down, floor support comes up, even for the laggards. It's just, we don't know what the appetite is. And they've been laggards for so long that you are going to see other players steal a lot of thunder, but it still means that the floor is going to come up for those that haven't performed that well at all. Now, if I'm wrong about this and the Fed fund rate starts going down and the price of XLM stays where it is, I wouldn't touch that with your money, girlfriend. Yeah, then we're in deep poopy. But this is what happens with the Russell, and this is what happens with a lot of other risky bets out there. They become more abundant. They become more plentiful. The floor support for all this action just becomes juicier because money becomes cheaper. And we just got that nod from the Fed. Now, what am I doing? I'm going to do some stretching. Like I said, I just ran 2.5 hours up the hills. It was freaking awesome, actually. I was hungover, too, so it was a really good, like, mental fortitude sort of thing. Did not walk one bit. Not one bit. I kept it in zone 2 the whole time. Really, really proud of myself. Near the end, I will admit, I was creeping up a little bit into like the 145-ish range for heart rate. So I could tell I was kind of getting a little fatigued at the end, but great workout nonetheless. That was like 3 great workouts this week. I'm really, really, really proud of myself for doing that. But what are you doing the rest of this week? Hanging out at the house? Hanging out with the kids? Hanging out with the wife, the husband, the side action, the girlfriend? Going out to see a movie? What you doing? Let me know down below because I'm going to go stretch right now and I'm going to read your comments. I'll catch you cool cats later. As always, choo choo bitches. And Cody Co is still quiet. Look it up.